Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 294. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. In this show, we will be discussing Taccom's magnetic buffer system review, a bullpup shotgun, a 17 HMR autoloader, and a subcompact M&P. I'm your host, Chad Wallace, if you didn't know. And with me tonight are Rob and Tony. Zane thinks he had to go to some class. Nobody knows for sure, but we figure he's probably doing Florida Man stuff.
Zane got fired.
He is so Florida Man right now, it is funny.
Yeah, so really, Zane got fired. If you happen to be watching this, it says I'm the guy that fired him. So now we've officially fired two people.
Yes.
And I
Tony,
think
it's you and me, their next brother.
So what did you guys do in firearms?
Oh, I'm really easy. I didn't do anything. I've been working flipping 13-hour days for last week and for the next week probably. So,
Well, I'm going to say that leaves Tony because I was recuperating and did not feel good. As last week, you probably knew I was kind of sniffly. Well, I still felt kind of crappy, so I didn't do anything even though I really wanted to. Tony, you're the man tonight.
Yes, the man tonight. Hold on, camera. Hi, everybody. Minuteman Challenge, baby. That's what we did. The Minuteman Chip Holder Championship. We did it Sunday at Gun for Hire Range in Woodland Park, New Jersey. It was awesome because we got them real good this year. Sean and I had a bunch of fun. We bought in a bunch of firearms that these guys don't normally use, and it was pretty much battlefield pickup for our Minuteman Challenge. It was interesting. Brian Goldberg won. Congratulations, Brian. And he won a lot of gear, including a high point 9mm carbine. So I think the prize package ended up to be worth about MSRP $2,000 or more.
Nice.
Yes, sir. That's what happens when you roll with the big dogs. And also we get, corporate sponsorship. Thank you, High Point. Thank you, Modern Materials. They gave away a friggin' 16-inch mid-length upper.
Nice.
like that was like $600. Timber Creek donated. I think we added it up to be about $350, $400. Actually, it was more than that. Heck, the handguard is like that much. So yeah, they pretty much donated every accessory Timber Creek makes. They donated one of each, except sling swivels, and they were cool enough to donate two. But that would have been funny. Here's one sling swivel right around your neck. And High Speed Daddy, they donated one of their tactical diaper bags. So it was really awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for coming out to the event, and thank you to the sponsors. And I can't wait until next year because we came up with all kinds of new stuff to get them next year too.
Nice.
So, yep. Oh, and thank you, Gun for Hire Range in Woodland Park, Anthony Calandro. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. So, bandwidth sponsor is Patriot Patch Go. Patch of the month is the Count Draco patch,
which is sweet.
Yes. And it looks like they have a bunch of patches for pre-order. You can get the Trick or Treat patches, Buffalo Hunter, and Aim for the Head Zombie one, Security of the Ghost Gun one's back, Squad Goals, Loyalty Above All, which is the same, one, and the Vera patch is back. It looks like. So, go check them out.
Did they change it up?
I didn't. It doesn't really look like it. I didn't look that close. But go check them out. They have cool stuff. Join the Patch of the Month Club. You probably won't be sorry. If you want to watch firearms videos, you can check out gunstreamer.com. And if you're shopping Amazon, you can use the firearmsradio.tv/Amazon affiliate link so that the network gets a few bucks. And since Rob's here, he can read his favorite part of the whole show.
Hey, this is my one job for the week. This is the one thing I can do.
Come on, baby. Stein. There you go. Get it.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and/or their employers. This is not legal advice, nor should it be considered, construed, or interpreted as such. Viewer discretion is advised, especially on live shows. And if
Did
you're
you
out,
hear that?
and if you're out there watching this show live, what the hell are you doing that? Why don't you have something better to do with your time right now? And now to talk about the Taccom, some crap from Taccom. Here's Chad.
Great.
Look
What
at
we
him. I
have,
mean, that enunciation, the man he added inflection to his voice. Man, Rob's on point. He's taking this seriously.
Yeah, man, I'm worth every dime Chad pays me.
Zane probably wants us to double his pay or something.
Hey, he can quadruple his pay, man.
Yeah, no kidding. So what I have tonight is the Taccom delayed blowback buffer system for pistol caliber carbines. They did send this to me. We talked about it a little bit on show 282, so you can go look at it there if you want to listen to us if you haven't already. And I was intrigued by the function. Taccom's really been coming on strong with the 3-gun market, and that's kind of what this is geared towards. And the delayed blowback system is used, what they do is they use rare earth magnets. And some of the pictures you can kind of see them. They're kind of in there, kind of, in the system. What it does, let me find my place here. They literally delay the blowback because it takes a little bit of force to split them apart from each other. Split seconds here, but it lowers the pressure used to send the bolt backwards, thus reducing the recoil impulse. It's pretty nice thinking on outside the box with this. I did like that. I installed it in my 9mm PCC. As noted, if you have a bolt with a weight in it, you have to remove the weight for the system to work properly, because as it cycles, the inside piece goes through the bolt, which mine did, so I had to drive the pin out and take the weight out, which was no big deal. It is a self-contained system, so you can also opt to remove the buffer retainer and spring if you would like. I ran it both ways. It didn't seem to make any difference one way or the other. It just makes it easier to get the buffer system out if you want to take it out. It is for use in a carbine buffer tube. No rifle length tubes here unless you have a spacer. It also uses a flat recoil spring, self-contained. Everything is on there. It does reduce a little of the twang noise that you might hear with a standard AR buffer spring combo. That's never bothered me except when I was like 16. Not anymore. I don't even think I hear it, probably because I'm deaf. After first installing the delayed buffer system, you do notice a few differences. It's quite a bit harder to charge the system with the charging handle. The magnetic delay system is really noticeable. Not a problem for me or a lot of people. It's kind of like the difference between pulling the slide back on like a 9mm pistol versus like a 22 long rifle pistol. And then there's the short stroke system, which is what they call it. With the delayed system, the buffer isn't allowed the bolt to travel rearward as much as the standard recoil system. This makes it not possible to also use the bolt hold open. I did not like this function. I like to lock the bolt back during matches or when the gun runs out of ammo. It doesn't lock the bolt back. Besides those, everything else works the same as a standard AR pattern rifle. I can see the benefits of the Taccom system. It does reduce the recoil impulse, makes it easier to get back on target faster. I did run a bunch of different types of 9mm ammo through the system. Practice ammo, like your normal cheap whatever ammo you buy just for practice, would sometimes cause the system to short stroke. the system literally short stroke, not just the short stroke system. The system wasn't quite traveling all the way to the rear. It was pretty common. Sometimes it would load around but not reset the hammer, so the hammer was following it down. Other times it wouldn't even load around, it would just short stroke. And I did use both my stern defense adapter and the Endomag with this, and it did it with both of those. The Taccom system's lighter than what I was previously using, as they say it is. The stock system with the buffer, spring, everything weighed 8.3 ounces. The Taccom system is 7.3 ounces. So it does save a little bit of weight, and it reduces the felt recoil. And, PCCs do tend to be heavier with the blowback system. So if you cut enough ounces, it might make a difference for some people. Taccom's innovating with this delayed system. I'd like to see it with a bolt hold open. Could probably play with it a little for spring rates if I was worried about that, but I really want to delay the bolt hold open. It does delay the system, reduce recoil, so if you're looking for this type of stuff, you can go check out Taccom and their 3-gun parts. They're doing a lot. So, our Firearms Insider reviews 8 key points. Claim to fame: it's a reduced recoil system for pistol caliber carbines. Target market is pretty much competition pistol caliber carbine shooters. Features and benefits: it does momentarily delay movement of the 9mm bolt, or they say it works with 40, 45 also. It does provide less felt recoil, less sight bounce, flat wire recoil springs, second stage cushion at the end of the recoil stroke. There's a little spring at the end to help with that too. Works in the carbine buffer system. It does not have a bolt hold open. Works with any hollow pistol caliber bolt. And it is self-contained, so you don't need the detent pin. There's no other finishes available, of course. Nothing really found on our other reviews. The price point, I couldn't really find it anywhere except Taccom. MSRP is $149.95. So if you need it now, you'll have to go to Taccom's website and order it up. So our rating, the pros, has less felt recoil. It does provide faster follow-up shots, and the delay in the system is nice. The cons: it does not have a bolt hold open. It is significantly harder to hand cycle the action, and it short strokes sometimes. So I gave it a score of a whole 6.5, which is okay. I think it could use a little more refinement, and I would probably like it a little better. So that is that review. Tony, Rob, any questions?
I'm pretty much in agreement with you when it comes to one, it not locking open. It's not an AK, it's an AR, and I mean it's based on an AR, so it should lock open. Two, short stroking. I mean, for competition, not cool because you got to clear that. But I guess going into a competition, you'd use hotter ammo. Right? I mean that's you said it was just regular 115 grain practice ammo that you had a problem with.
Right. And some of the other stuff, like I did run some 124s and didn't have the problems. I didn't have any 147s, but I did run some hollow points through it that I had. I didn't seem to have problems with that, so I pretty much just the lighter ammo that everybody buys for shooting all the time is what caused the problems.
Yeah, you got to keep that in mind, though, if you're getting something to make sure it runs whatever you plan on using in it.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Hey, Chad, did they send this to you for review?
They did.
Oh, you lying sack of crap. They sent it to you. That means you got to give it at least an 8.
No, I
Maybe
don't.
Maybe an 8.5 if it's from Springfield Armory.
It's honest reviews.
Yeah.
No, Springfield Armory sends you something. You got to talk about how great it is, and it can never be bad.
I hope they send me something.
I know. I watch YouTube videos, and I see what everybody else does. Nobody ever gets something that doesn't work like it should. We're doing this whole thing wrong.
Oh, is that our problem?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't lock back sometimes, and there's no bolt hold open. No, you can't talk about. You can act like that's a feature, not a bad thing.
Oh,
Mm.
I did it wrong?
Yeah,
Man, I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
dude. We're never gonna get stuff if you keep this crap up. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, it has to be dependable, man. Regardless of who's it from, um, because everybody doesn't run competitions to PCC. I mean, what if it is your home defense firearm? Because and only because I've dealt with this, and if you've listened to the show, you know, everybody's not a healthy male that can rack a heavier slide or run, you know, run it if it requires more muscle or more grip strength. Sorry, but if you believe everybody's like you're sadly mistaken. Some people need help. And to me, a pistol caliber carbine, one of the better things about it is less blast, easier to manipulate than a rifle caliber carbine. Um, Reducing that recoil is cool, but truthfully, when you get over 5, 6 pounds, as something as a defensive firearm, I'm not really worried about how quickly you get on target with it again. I mean, hey, put them in them until they stop. I mean, shoot the bad guy until the bad guy stops doing the thing that made you shoot them. You
Yeah.
just it just has to work every time. And some people, after they buy that pistol caliber carbine, a lot of people buy the cheapest ammo they can find. We all know this, and it should be able to run on everything. So, just saying that.
Yeah. I mean,
Eh,
hey, this is what we do. I mean, you know, yeah, I give a lot of stuff decent reviews because we get a lot of stuff that's decent. I mean, unless you even people like Zayd, I mean, what was that last handguard he got? He's like, yeah, I wasn't sure about this at first, and then after I used it for a while, he goes, yeah, it was decent. So, and that's kind of the thing. We use this stuff for a while, and
Yeah.
if we like it, great. If we see problems with it, hey, we're going to tell you about them.
Okay. Oh, yeah, just putting it out there, man. Look, stuff has to work if I'm going to buy it. Stuff
Yeah,
has to work even if I'm taking it to the range because the
it's
range is where I
annoying.
decomp. Well, the range is where I decompress, man, and take stress off. And having something not work, not cool.
Yeah. So I guess we'll get into the product spotlight. And what do we have first up? The Black Aces Tactical Bullpup Shotgun. Okay, this I want, and I, I really do for some reason. I don't know. MSRP is $5.99 for the black and $6.79 for the ones that are Cerakoted. And as you all know, because for some reason we talk about a lot of Black Aces tactical stuff here because they keep coming out with stuff. This is a bullpup magazine fed semi-auto shotgun. 12 gauge, of course, 18.5-inch barrel. It does have a barrel shroud. I'm not exactly sure why. It probably just for looks. It does have an ambi charging handle, safety, and mag release. It does come with 2 5-round magazines and 3 choke tubes. The whole thing is 28 inches. So if you can relate to your, regular old duck hunting or upland bird shotgun with 28-inch barrels, this whole thing is 28 inches. It does come with a forward grip. I don't know if that's really a necessity, but hey, it comes with it, so why not? It takes 1919 mags and drums. They say it cycles both heavy and light loads, and they aren't shipping until probably November. But hey, I really like the idea of this. Bullpup shotguns, I really need to feel this one. Some of them tend to be like heavy weighted in the rear just because they're a 12 gauge shotgun. I don't with the like if you put a drum magazine in that, yeah, of course it's going to be that way. But I'm more concerned with if it's got like a 5-round mag, is it kind of awkward to shoot, or is it something really nice to shoot? Uh, Trying to think if there's anything really. It does have a pick rail along the top, so you can put whatever optics. It does look like the picture shows that it might have key mod on it. but then it's got a little pick rail at the front and sides, so you
I
can.
don't think it has key mod.
Or
Well,
is it
look
just
at it
the?
right above the pistol.
Or is
No,
it
it
just
looks like it's painted on
okay? Let's go back to the black one and
because the black one doesn't have key mod.
ah. So yeah, I bet it is just painted on. Oh, tricky. Well, it adds to the looks. It's kind of cool looking,
Yeah, I mean it makes it look even more tactical because it has the key mod,
but it's
but
paint.
it's paint.
Sweet. They do make a left side version for. This is a right side eject. If you are left-handed and want a left side eject, they do make that also. I I I really do like the looks of this, and I would really like to try it out. So that's why I put it in the show notes. We'll see what other
Yeah,
people say.
yeah, these guys are jerks.
All right.
They all, yeah, they come up with new stuff all the time. All right, now I'm looking at it again, and what I did was click on the black individual pictures,
Yes.
and it looks like key mod, but it's filled in underneath. It looks like it's just a shroud of key mod. It just looks weird. Like it's
Oh.
not really
Well,
have
not
any
like
depth in it.
it's raised. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of cut it out.
Yeah.
Almost like a
Yeah.
stencil. You know what I mean?
Like almost they did like a weight saving thing with a key mod design.
Yeah.
stupid.
I get what you're saying. Oh, yeah. It's just like shaved out a little bit, so it's
Yeah.
not painted on. It's just kind of in there. And it's kind of cool. I mean,
I
no
mean,
functional purpose, but it's cool.
and that far back it wouldn't serve any functional purpose. If you obviously you guys are listening, where the key mod is above on a bullpup where the trigger
Mm-hmm.
would be.
Yeah.
So the trigger and the pistol grip. So there would be no device that you'd have that far back.
Not really.
I mean, it would be like where your pretty much nose would be.
Yes. Being a bullpup, yeah. Your 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 face is pretty much probably right
Yeah.
about where the ejection port is.
And because so this thing's not NFA. This is a straight up shotgun.
Yep.
Hmm.
Non NFA.
Even at
Oh.
that size, and of course they still have their non-NFA 12 gauge firearms also. And one of the pictures they have is with this new bullpup beside one of their short barrel. I think it's even shorter than 14 inches.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it
their
is.
their Pro Series S mini semi-automatic shotgun
Yep.
has a 10-inch barrel.
Yeah. And this
And
is like 2 inches
yeah,
longer, maybe.
yeah, this is
I
a
yeah.
couple inches longer than something with a semi-auto with a 10-inch barrel.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, I can't own this bullpup in New Jersey because it takes a detachable magazine.
Right. Right.
But I can have their other one. How crazy is this? I can have the Pro Series S Mini with the 10-inch barrel.
Exactly. It's like well,
What?
because barrel length doesn't
Oh, dear
matter.
God.
You know, it is
Oh, I love when people have no clue how guns work. Right, gun
Ex-
laws.
none
they
whatsoever, brother.
they do sell a hundred the drum for like $120. I looked on the internet and it looks like 10-round magazines for these are $40.
I mean, at what point do you want to just beat your head against the wall, Tony?
All the time. All the time. Because the laws don't make sense. Now they have the other firearm here in Jersey. Modern Munitions has one. It's called the SBF. And pretty much it's 11.5-inch barrel or 12.5-inch barrel AR.
Oh, Lord.
But it has the same kind of, what is it, SB tactical brace.
Yes. The
And a
SB3
and a
whatever.
Yeah, and a vertical grip. And that's 100% legal in Jersey. I can use a A2 flash hider. I can have a folding stock. The A3 SB tactical brace can be adjustable. It can be everything because it's not a firearm. It's a non-NFA firearm.
It's just yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't get it, but
So
yeah.
this thing looks really cool. It's supposed to come out November time frame. Black Aces Tactical is pretty good at meeting their own deadlines.
Right, and like you said, the pictures look like it's not like it's drawn up. They look like the actual gun. It's not like, oh, this is just a prototype. It looks
Hmm.
pretty much like something that they're trying to produce. So I think they'll probably make it. If not, they won't be far behind, if anything.
And if this sucker really runs like it should, man, hey,
Oh yeah,
awesome, awesome sauce. Um, bullpups are rough. Excuse me. Bullpups have their own unique mechanism. All right. So I've been watching their videos on Instagram and everything. And here's something funny because Tony has to point out some stuff on on their Instagram posts or their website. They've not installed sights on any of the ones they use. They have like four different videos of their people shooting this thing, and no one has an optic or flip up sights or anything anytime they do it. It's hilarious.
yeah. And which it's kind of like, yeah, okay, they probably just do something to it and they take it out and shoot a few rounds through it and take some video and
Hmm.
okay, well that worked. So
Yeah, they do. They stick in a 5 round mag. I think they also had. I think it was a 12 round drum because it didn't look like he ripped off 20 rounds with a drum.
yeah,
Um,
it probably is.
and now, given the 12 or 20 rounds he shot were bird shot, they were low brass, but it ran, and that's one of the crazy things about semi-automatic shotguns. Sometimes they don't run low brass.
Yeah, they'll run higher loaded, low
They'll
brass, maybe,
maybe,
but yeah, high brass usually, and yeah, if they can run it all, that's what they need to do.
and that's what they say. And again, Black Aces usually comes through with everything they say.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like they keep coming out with stuff, so I keep putting it in the show notes. It's like, hey, this stuff's cool, and it's nice to also see that companies are like, hey, NFA, sorry, we're not breaking any laws, so
Hmm.
that's always cool too. But this being a bullpup, yeah, it's 18.5 inch barrel. Yeah, this is nice.
Nice.
Yes. And now we're going to go something that maybe Zane can handle, even though he's not here. It might have too much recoil for him, but I'm not sure. I put in here the Savage A17 Target Sporter Laminate. You can guess what that is. MSRP on it is $579. So it's only $20 cheaper than the Black Aces Tactical Bullpup shotgun. And if you know anything about the Savage A series, it is their semi-auto rimfire Magnum. They may also make it in, I think, 22 mag. This is their Target Sporter version. It does have a laminate stock. It's just a rifle stock. The action uses their 10 round rotary magazine and there's signature Accu trigger. Imagine that. I do know that for you so inclined, you can get the 17 HMR, the A17. They do make 25 round A17 mags. So if you're hunting varmints and don't want to change magazines, they do make those. They specifically designed the A17 for the 17 HMR cartridge. It is a gray laminate stock. It does have a heavy target barrel. I don't think it's threaded. It didn't say it was. I wish it was. Of course, it uses a delayed blowback system. Does have an oversized bolt handle. It's a 22-inch button rifled barrel. The length of pull is 13.5 inches. Total length is 41.5. Basically, it weighs 6.83 pounds, which isn't too bad for being a bull barrel. The ones in the picture show a scope, but I don't think it comes with a scope. And the 17 HMR cartridge, if you don't have a use for it, is probably not something you're going to buy. If you have a lot of varmints, it's an excellent mid-range varmint cartridge, like out to 200 yards. Prairie dogs, ground squirrels, stuff like that. I have a bolt action 17 HMR, and it is wonderful for what I use it for, and it's fairly accurate. I'm assuming this is probably going to be pretty accurate, knowing Savage and their rifles series. I threw it in here because I liked it. I like the 17 HMR. It's not super expensive to shoot. It's accurate. It gives you a lot of power on small varmints. That's pretty much it. Now, I don't know about these other guys if they like 17 HMR. Rob,
Now,
Tony.
yeah, I'm looking at this, right? And I'm checking it out, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look like it has a threaded barrel.
No, I don't think it does because they
Not
usually
cool.
state they do if they have
Yeah,
it.
not cool.
That's the
Not
only
that
thing
I,
I didn't like about it.
yeah, not that I use it in this state. It does have a target crown barrel, which is cool. It says it takes 10 round rotary mags. I'm sorry I dropped the ball because I usually check and see if it takes Ruger 1022 mags because this
They
looks
are
like one.
they are not. They're their own.
That's the 17 HMR. It's a totally different caliber, right?
Right, but
Yeah.
it's their own rotary magazine. It looks a lot
Oh, I'm
like
sorry.
it looks a lot like the 22 mag ones of Ruger's.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean the 22 mag. I don't know what the heck they call their 22 Magnum because I don't buy 22 Magnums.
Right.
But I watched a guy do 17 HMR hunt with 17 HMR using a suppressor, and he's one of those guys over in England doing that. What do you call it when you shoot rabbits for farmers? As
Pest
pests.
control.
Varmint hunting?
Yeah, pest control. I mean, I'm sorry, there was a name of the business. I forgot what, or
Oh.
whatever. Anyway, yeah, and he was like, the difference between using a suppressor on a 22 and using a suppressor on a 17 HMR is because the 17 HMR shoots so fast and so flat. The rabbits don't attribute the sound of the sonic boom with the sound of them getting shot. But with the 22, for some reason, because it's going slower, when they get hit with it, they take off because they go, okay, that noise happened, and then Fluffy next to me head exploded, so I'm out. With the 17 HMR, it was like Fluffy falls down, starts twitching, and then they hear a noise that they go, wonder what that was, and what's wrong with Fluffy? The guy was like, it goes from him being able to hit like 2 and then all the rabbits disappearing to him hitting like 7 or 8 before the rabbits disappear.
Yeah.
And of course, this guy does double duty because he goes and picks the rabbits up, he shoots at the farm and sells them to restaurants.
Well, yeah, they're tasty.
So he gets paid on both ends. But I just found that interesting, and it would be cool to buy another caliber and do something cool like that. But I really have no use for it. But I know Savages have really good, just solid guns, especially for the money. I mean, I have a Savage Axis in 30-06, so I have no problem with their stuff, and it's just quality made.
Right. And like I said, I have a use for it, kind of. I mean, yeah, I have to travel 4 hours to get to the use, but I mean, we call them sage rats, but they're a type of ground squirrel, and they grow in the alfalfa fields, and so all the farmers are like, yeah, get rid of them, and they even have businesses in some places that you can go pay a certain amount and go out to the fields and shoot them. So it's a lot of fun, and the 17s work really well, and they tend not to ricochet or anything like that, which is so like when they hit the dirt, they usually fragment.
Because it's such a light round.
Yes, and the speed it's going. So that's a plus. Farmers like it because then the ricochets don't usually hit their
Other cattle or other livestock.
No, the what are they? The irrigation pipes.
Oh, okay.
And put
I'd
holes
imagine
in.
something like this hitting the cattle would just barely torque it off.
Yeah, I don't know what it would do. I mean, it would penetrate the skin and go in, but I don't. It'd probably just it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, there's no good coming out of that.
Yeah, exactly. I was disappointed with Tony that they don't make it with a threaded barrel because some of their others they do. I'm like, yeah, but I will also put a caveat on there that some 22 rimfire suppressors you cannot use with a 17 HMR. Some you
All
can,
right,
some you
because
can't.
I confuse it. 17 HMR is a neck down 22 Magnum, right?
Correct.
Okay, because there's another one that's a neck down 22 long rifle.
Yeah, that's like 17 HM2 or something.
Something
It never caught on, and yeah,
kind of died out.
yeah, that's my opinion of it. And
Imagine the guy that has a neck down 22 long rifle. That dude
well,
was stressed out and drinking heavily.
the first guy that probably a 17 HMR. Why would I want a neck down 22 H
Magnum?
Winchester? Yeah,
Well, I'm
I mean,
thinking just the scorching speed that they got out of that was what did it.
yeah, that's that. And when they brought it out, it's not like you just get full metal jacket bullets. You
Hmm.
get like ballistic tips and
Hmm.
the Hornadies and hollow points. So they have a bullet selection for it, even though they're like 20 grains or 17 grains, or they're light bullets, but they're zooming out there pretty quick.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember when they first came out, and I'm like, interesting, but I don't shoot anything other than pieces of paper, so it would
Yeah,
do nothing for me.
and
But
when you're old like us, it's hard to see those little holes in paper. Trust me.
yeah, no, but good, googity boo, dude, this thing is 17 grains. 17 grain bullet is doing 2,600 feet per second.
Yeah, they're like 24 to 26, depending on the weight.
Yeah, 20 grain is like 2,350. What I'm looking at is the foot power is like 225, 250. So that's humming. It has very little bullet drop, especially, on something like this. What does it have? A 22-inch barrel?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
22.
So,
The other thing I will say is, for what it is, because it's a light bullet, there's like minimal recoil. I would even say that some 22 long rifles have a little more recoil than some 17 HMRs.
wow.
But
Hmm.
so you can shoot it all day unless you're Zane.
Oh, yeah. Zane's shoulder would be all bruised and black and blue.
Right. Right.
Yeah, poor Zane.
So we will put that to rest with whatever varmints you decide to shoot with it. And next up, let's see who is this? Oh yeah, this company brought out a new M&P 2.0 subcompact, because if we can't talk about small pistols, we might as well talk about this one that they brought out. Smith and Wesson, the subcompact, MSRP is $569. So I guess everything is right at the $600 mark that we're talking about today. This is their subcompact 2.0 version. You can get it in 9, 40, 45. With the 9, it's a 12 plus 1 round capacity. They say, it's their typical low bore axis, 18-degree grip angle. It does come with 4 interchangeable palm swell grip inserts, small, medium, large, and large. It does have the 2.0 aggressive texture, the almost decent 2.0 trigger, audible reset on the trigger. Yeah, let's see. Stainless steel, plastic. Am I missing anything? 3.6-inch barrel length. Overall length is 6.6 inches. It does come with steel white dot sights. Rear sight's a 2-dot, so it's 3-dot system. It is striker fired. It's polymer. It weighs 25 ounces. Somewhere I saw the width of it, and I might have had to look somewhere else for it, but I think they said I think it was like 1.5 inches wide. And I thought that was really wide. And then I remembered that they have pretty big palm swells. So I think that might be why they're specking it out so wide, because I don't think it's much wider than most of your others in this category. I actually, yeah, it's a little wider than like the Springfield Hellcat, but is it really that much wider? I don't know. I could see this as a legitimate decent carry gun. And being the Smith & Wesson, you can get it. The one I put in the show notes is the one with no thumb safety, but you can get them with thumb safeties if that's your thing. Fine. If not, great. I don't know if there's. Oh, did this one? No, it does not come with a cutout for a some sort of red dot.
No, it
So
doesn't.
I would like it to, which doesn't mean that they won't come out with one that does. And if you've shot M&Ps, this is basically their subcompact. And I know Tony has.
Yeah, it's the M&P. It's a subcompact M&P, which they have a hard time figuring out the difference between compact and subcompact, because they've called it both. I noticed that when I was posting and making up the poster for the show this morning,
Yes.
that they've called it both a compact and a subcompact.
And I do know, see, like this one didn't give you the height. I think it comes with a 12 and a 15 round magazine. I don't know
Yeah,
which. I think this is the actual subcompact, and I know that like Smith and Wesson with their 2.0s, I think it's like the same length as their compact. Their compact just has a larger grip frame, I think. But unlike some people's subcompact, it has a little bit longer barrel than some of the others, which I prefer.
yeah. Because you're already messing with your velocity the smaller you get the barrel. Barrel length does not help with concealability. It's grip length. So cutting the barrel just means nothing outside of the weight that you would cut for less of a barrel. I like the sights they have on here, because it has that ledge that all the tactical Timmies somehow think it's necessary to have, which it's not. But
Right.
it does have that. It has, of course, being a Smith & Wesson M&P Mod 2 or Model 2 or whatever you
Yeah.
call it. It has useless front serrations that are like a fraction of an inch long and about fraction of an inch high. So, they don't brag about their grip texture like the Springfield Armory, so it probably slick like a bar of soap. No, I'm just joking. It's a grip texture. Get over it. Rest of
And
their crap is marketing.
it's not terrible. Yeah, it's just a grip texture. I kind of like them. I think they're a decent grip texture from the factory.
Yeah, it is. I have no problem with them. Pretty much, this is a Smith & Wesson M&P. It's just smaller, and if that's what you want, get it. It comes with those 4 sizes again, with that interchangeable palm swell and back strap, whatever. You can't argue with success. I mean, it's the same gun, just smaller. And unlike 1911s when they first started shrinking them and having problems with them, they figured this out already. So, hey, dig it, pick it up. More than likely, they'll come up with a performance center version of this sooner or later. And I do have to say, and I think I said it last week, when you get a subcompact and then you start putting lasers and red dots on them, all of a sudden it's not really a subcompact. It's a pretty big gun now. You know what I mean? The weight goes up and it has a larger footprint when it comes to printing or putting on underclothes. So now what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just carry a larger gun.
Yeah, I get you. Or there could be saying that, well, you would carry a larger gun, but then you can't put that stuff on it. So
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just think everybody's got caught up into how much stuff can I hang off my pistol.
Yeah.
And you start losing what you were getting the smaller pistol for in the first place, which is concealability and lightweight.
Yep. I agree with you. I understand. So I guess we're done with that because there's not really too much we can say about it. It's an M&P. They make good guns. There you go. It's smaller.
Yeah.
I tried to find us some listener feedback, and guess what? I couldn't find any because I think people are still on Christmas, summer / everything vacation. So that means we get to talk about Tony and his Second is for Everyone diversity shoots.
Second is for Everyone diversity shoot is coming up October 17th. Yay. Can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to have some fun. Hey, This barrel is 0.6 inches shorter than the shield. Um, Actually, I was looking through just to find different things. This week I'm going to put up the tickets for sale because truly people only purchase tickets the last week that they're up. So I'm just going to put them up and start promoting them. That's how I'm going to do that. Um, if you guys want to support what we do, you can always donate. We're going to have an awesome giveaway. We're going to call it the Boogaloo giveaway. It's going to be some really cool stuff. I just got to figure out how to say it.
Does it come with a Hawaiian shirt?
No, it doesn't come with a Hawaiian shirt. You got to buy your own, but it comes with
What?
it comes with a, hey, listen, man, anybody wants to donate a Hawaiian shirt, I'll take it. But right now I had to reach in my pocket and I picked up a bunch of cool Gray Ghost gear from our friend Ryan. They had a sale going on. So I picked up some stuff like, what do you call that thing? A load bearing vest, mag pouches, flashlight pouches, first aid pouches, utility pouches, dump mag. And I'm picking up a hi, I'm here for the Boogaloo lower from Double Star. And going to give away a rifle kit with it. So it's going to be the Boogaloo giveaway. And you got to be a Patreon. Right now, I'm thinking we might create a new level for it because it's almost $1,000 worth of stuff. So pay attention to what we're going to do. We're going to drop something big, and I hope you guys can participate because it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
That's what's happening. If you still want to donate to us, you can donate as a Patreon. You can donate at the GoFundMe. You can even go to our diversityshoot.com and donate with PayPal if you'd like. You can also go to diversityshoot.com and buy t-shirts at 1022clothing.us. We have a large rally, Second Amendment, going on November 2nd. And I see no reason why you guys shouldn't, if you're coming to the rally, pick up a $10 t-shirt that says gun control equals racism. I'll roar blue. I do not get paid on this. Pick it up and roll down there, and maybe we can all meet up, say hi, and give each other high fives and take a group photo. Just saying. Hey, Rusty says in the show notes that he'd donate a Hawaiian shirt.
See?
Hey, dude. What do you think? Most people are about what, a large or a 2X, and they can wear it?
There's probably a 2X.
All right, cool. You know I won't be able to fit it, but hey, Rusty, you want to send one? Send one, man. I'll give you my address. So yes, you want to donate and help us do some 2A work. Great, especially here in Jersey. Get behind us. Thank you very much again for, I think that's it, right? Oh, 2A, 4E podcast. We're still working on coming up with a way to start recording again. Chad was actually helping me out. And since StreamYard seems to be working this time, I think Zane is the thing that breaks it down.
The thing is Zane's the only one that has problems with the StreamYard stuff. So
Sean and I are trying to figure out a way to actually consistently bring you shows without having to use Anchor, because it is hot, boiling garbage. Never use Anchor. All right. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you allowing me on the show every week. And I appreciate all you guys that come in live every week to talk to us and bullcrap with us.
Yeah, exactly. So send questions, comments, feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. Please subscribe and leave us an iTunes review, because nobody has in months. So somebody at least go on there and tell us that, I don't know, whatever. Check out all the other great shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. Thank you for listening to still the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And I fired Zane, so we are out.
Bye, Zane.
Yeah.